Now, I believe the secret to life is if you can't get something via another method or whatever, you gotta just do it yourself. You can't send a boy on a man's mission. So in essence, Mattel's not gonna make any next-gen haulers, at least not for a very long time. So you know what, guys? We're gonna have to do it ourselves. But thankfully, we got some customizers over in China and whatnot that will actually start the process for us with these bad boys here. We got two custom next-gen haulers for Faux Wheel Drive and Sputter Stop. I'm super excited to review these today. I was thinking about doing them in separate videos, but to me, they are inseparable. These guys are like brothers. So yeah, they actually made a whole bunch of these. Mood Springs, Octane Gain, Vitaline, N20 Cola, and there's like one more. Shiny Wax, I know there might be another one in there as well. And they all kind of sold out pretty quickly. They were around $50, so that's how I kind of like was reserved. I didn't like splurge on all of them, which I do regret now. And some of them are still listed on eBay from this one seller, but the seller is not accepting payments, and it's been that way for like a long time. So they've just been like sitting up there for like $42.99. No one can buy them, so maybe in time the seller will return and I can probably get those then. But for now, I just have these two. I'm happy with that. No big problem. And we're just gonna dive right into the review. So these guys don't have any names, so that's our job. The Chinese guys over there made them for us, and now it's our job to name them. So in the comment section below, give me your two best names for these awesome haulers. And without any more talk, and let's just make sure those decals are sticking, we're gonna get into the review here, starting with the unnamed next-gen Sputter Stop hauler. So obviously the hauler or transporter for Sheldon Shifter. If you'd like to see my review of him, you could check out the description below or the card suggestion pop-up in the top right-hand corner. He came with this cool collector card that makes for a great little display piece. Now, I have to say, when I got these, I was flabbergasted that the cabs were metal. I mean, yeah, these are metal. The trailer is plastic, just like a normal hauler that you get at Walmart, like the Steve Karski, Mac, Wally hauler, whatever. It's just like that. I mean, they are a little bit bigger. I'm going to show you kind of an odd one to compare, so please stand with me here. I'm going to show you my custom Faux Wheel Drive hauler, but these are, you know, the same size as like Steve Karski, for example, or like No Stall hauler, etc., etc. But you can see that these next gen ones are quite a bit bigger. Now in the movie, would they be this bigger? Probably not. They are a little bit bigger in my opinion, but they aren't like this much bigger. So that's a little bit of a problem that they're out of scale, but you know what, like I said, everything can't be perfect. Mattel's probably not going to release these, so some things we gotta give up there, like the size. And I also do want to quickly compare him to the recent release of Dan Holland, because he is a Sputter Stop cab as well. It's funny how you go from 2006 to 2018 and look how insanely different they look. They don't even look like they're for the same company, but yeah, that's just insane. And I will do my review of Dan Holland in the near future, so stick around for that. But yeah, you got the brown stripe down the middle. Another indication that these are kind of, I don't know, like quickly made is that you have the S up here, like for Jackson Storm, which obviously only Jackson Storm would have. But they, you know, kind of made a weird decal. It's just like black with a little white nudge right there. It doesn't really have anything to do with Sputter Stop, but they had to fill it with something, because I would have to assume they used like the casting for Gail Boffer here, or however you pronounce that last name, the playset that came out last summer, because they are the exact same size, these two cabs. So they must have used like the same casting and just like made it metal. You know, they just made this bottom portion metal. The hat is still plastic. So yeah, I find that pretty interesting that they were able to take this and make it die-cast metal. That's pretty cool, but you can definitely see where it came from. You know, grill, headlights, mouth, the visor and everything, the eyes pretty much are the same, you know, the side view mirrors here as well. But the trailers are way different. You can see that Jackson Storm's is way longer and has that big playset in it. So we'll talk about the trailer a little bit more later once we get to it. But on the side here, you do have Piston Cup with 92. You got this kind of cool decal down here, which is some black stripes. Little vent right there. These do twist pretty well. Like, you got a lot of rotation there, like pretty much a 90-degree turn. These do come off as well. They are a little bit of a pain to get off. As you can see there, you gotta use some force. But, you know, it's nice. It's well done. You have no mud flaps really. They're just kind of molded in. But you can tell that this is hefty. It's nice. The base, though, they're just kind of put together with screws. They don't really have anything special on the base. No code. Just says made in China. So we'll put the cab aside for now. Take a look at the trailer, which is entirely plastic. And it is not the same size as even Dynaco Cruise's hauler here. You can see that this one is way bigger as well. Even though it is, you know, a little bit shorter than Jackson Storm's, it's still way bigger. Way bigger than the ones here custom out of China. So we don't really know where that came from. We do know, like I said, where the cab came from, but this trailer seems to be like their own creation, or unless Mattel is planning something like this that hasn't came to fruition yet, and they got their hands on the like blueprints basically. On the back here, you do have more Sputter Stop logos. One problem I have is that they put so much black on this that isn't really apparent on the diecast, but it still looks pretty good, you know. Except for one thing, as you guys could probably point out, let me show you this. See, 2 T's. We got Sputter Stopped. Ah, come on, like seriously? Seriously? You make that mistake? Like, this is like a mistake that someone in grade school would make, missing a T. You guys are in business, you're trying to sell these things, and you forget the T? Like, come on, guys, come on. But I do like the triple axle on the back there. We're going to just switch over to the positives quickly because that just really disappoints me. I mean, you got 2 T's there in the actual logo that they printed from Mattel, but the little line that they typed themselves, because this is not like from Mattel, Sputter Stop. Oh well. They do have some decals on the roof here, which again, I don't know where this kind of came from, these like vents, because the other trailers don't really have such thing because they open down the middle, you know? So they wouldn't really have room for that. These do open from the back. They're extremely difficult to open up. Like, once you close this, which I'll show you. I just kept them open from the video's start to make it easier on me. But you can see in there, there's like 2 levels, to it. Like the top level there where it, you know, juts up naturally, which is pretty sweet. You know, got a lot of room in there. You can definitely fit a lot of stuff. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, you know, width is pretty good as well. I do like that. You could fit probably like, I'd say 7 cars in here, you know, if you stack them as well. I like the taillights as well, but like I said, when you close it, you really gotta get your fingernail in between these 2 latches and then the cab or trailer itself. Like, I'm not even gonna try. It's painful to do. I'm not even kidding. It's really kind of painful on your fingernails. But anyway, we're gonna reattach these guys here and send them on their merry way. I think the team looks pretty fantastic together. And now we're going to move on to Herb Curbler's hauler. If you'd like to see my review of Herb, you can check out the description below or the card suggestion in the top right-hand corner. I reviewed these guys in spring of this year. Definitely Herb Curbler, excuse me again, is less popular than Sheldon Shifter based on my reviews. Or maybe it's because I posted Herb's review so much later after his release. But anyway, again, same thing. You have the S up here. This S is a little better. They put some more colors on it. Put the little like sparks there. But again, you got the same design, same eyes, just the blue stripe down the middle with the green main color. You got Piston Cup here, 54. And then I like the green and yellow stripe here. You know, actually makes sense to the car's design and not just putting like a black stripe that really could have probably been like brown and just made a little bit better. So we're going to detach these now. Hopefully it doesn't require too much force. Please. Okay, let's not try and do that again. See, you just like you overcompensate and then it smacks the ground. Like, just not a good idea. It's not fun. It's dangerous. But anyway, there you go. You got the little notch there. Base is the same. Here we got the trailer. I like this trailer a lot. I love how, like, you could see, like, the, I don't know, the sparks, the dirt, whatever, the oversplash coming up, just like it is on Herb himself. I think that looks fantastic. I like how the 54 is, like, veined. You know, there's cracks in it. Again, just like the 54 on Herb. And you have 2 there, which in my opinion is a little redundant. Same thing with Sputter Stop. Like, they both have 54 and 54, the same number. But, you know, it's okay. You know, they gotta have something to make the space full, even though this whole part's empty. But I don't know where they got these blue stripes in the background from. I mean, that's not really apparent anywhere on Faux Wheel Drive. I'd say maybe it would have been a better choice if they put, like, tire tracks. But it still looks pretty good. They did spell Herb Curbler's name right. I guess they didn't know, you know, Sputter Stop's name because they just put Sputter Stop. You know, they could have put Sheldon Shifter, which would have been pretty cool. But anyway, they did the same thing, I think, for Conrad Camber. Maybe they didn't. It was like one of them where they like did not know the name, so they just put the sponsor again. But on the back here, you have the like S design again, which I kind of forgot to mention. But yeah, it's pretty much like shaped as that Jackson Storm S. You know how it kind of goes up to the right, comes back down. So it does seem like they use like the kind of similar back door because it juts back that way. So they had to create a decal that would fit the Jackson Storm pre-existing slots, which is why these are a little weird. But in my opinion, you know, it's the best we're going to get. So I will definitely take these. And man, this one's dark. But yeah, same type of deal. Put Herb in there. And, woo, there we go. Awesome. So that is all for my review here on these guys. I do want to do a couple quick comparisons here. We got the Next Gen Faux Wheel Drive hauler, and we got the very first Faux Wheel Drive hauler, which is a custom as well from Jim Scavenger. What a great custom. But yeah, again, what a huge, huge difference. So now we're going to bring all the teams together. Faux Wheel Drive here will be on the left. So we got Herb Curbler. Let's brighten it up. What's going on here with our lighting? We got Johnny Blamer from Cars 1. Tommy Highbanks, Cars 3 stock car. And now we got the Sputter Stop one. Sheldon Shifter, of course. And then the 2 Murray Clutchburns from Cars 1 and Cars 3. And Dan Holland we'll just put in the background for now. We'll put this guy back there as well. And I have the Sputter Stop Custom Crew Chief. We'll throw him over here. We got the Fireball Beach Sheldon Shifter. I'll put him on top. And that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And it seems like, you know, every video I've been doing like a special intro. You know, it started from the Hunt video, moved on to what was my previous video, Mayor with Cone Teeth, and now this one. So hopefully I can continue that up. This one did take a lot of work, but not as much work as Mayor with Cone Teeth. Like that intro, although it probably didn't seem like it, that one took me like 2 hours to edit. So was it worth it? I don't know, but I'm just trying to have fun and improve my editing abilities. So hopefully I can keep doing that. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.